my entrepreneurial journey has been a healing journey for me as well. It's Charles, sometimes Chuck, and I just wanted to start a conversation about healing, grief, and being an entrepreneur all at the same time. I feel like I've been on the healing journey since 2019. And the reason it started at the end of 2019 was I started network marketing. You might be looking at me like, what the hell? But network marketing opened me up to learning about emotional intelligence. And once I started reading books, once I started listening to videos about controlling my emotions, it was like a light bulb went off. I was raised by two Pisces, so honestly, if you're into astrology, that should tell you a lot. If you're not, honestly, they're just very emotional beings. So I was raised to be ruled by my emotions. And as an entrepreneur, someone who knows I wanted to be in business for myself, that wasn't going to serve me well long term. So I had to learn new coping mechanisms. I had to learn how to heal from within. Childhood trauma, dealing with a lot of different things, child of divorce, oldest son. I had a lot of bones to pick with myself, with God, with my family. So I started that journey in 2019. All that being said, I've had jobs since then. I've, done a lot of different freelance work, and all of it wrapped around to understand, to me, it's like your healing and your life's work, like the work you do, they actually go hand in hand. And if you try to separate them, that's when you really get into issues, at least for me. Last year, my godmother passed away in the summer. Very sad, but I felt in most situations, like I always do, oldest son complex, I gotta be strong. I gotta be strong for my mom. I gotta be strong for my sister. I gotta be strong for my partner. I gotta be strong for everybody. And that's just what I've convinced myself over the years, or what I was coached to do as a child. And I didn't fully give myself the space to grieve because I had to travel to the funeral. I had to coordinate certain things. I had to chat with the family. I had to, it was just a lot. And I never had to experience this. It was the first of first. I have all my grandparents. I have all my parents, thank God. I have a great support system. So often in this time, I felt selfish because I'm still grieving my godmother, and then yesterday just really hit me like a ton of bricks. I'm grateful to have the space to learn myself, in grief. But the conversation that I really wanted to connect with this is like grief, healing, and entrepreneurship. As an entrepreneur, I don't have a boss. I don't have anyone that is like standing over me saying like, Chuck, are you going to respond to that email? Chuck, are you going to set these meetings? Chuck, are you going to follow up? Granted, I have clients or I have people that are expecting deliverables, but nobody's checking in with me on a daily basis. And I think sometimes, people kind of like glorify entrepreneurship where it's like, yeah, you make your own schedule. But what happens when you're sad? My partner and I were just like both working from home, passing trains, dealing with emotions. And we got to the end of the day and we had just such a beautiful, I was just crying type conversation, and it really, allowed me to understand like grief is inconsistent. It'll come up, it'll hit you at random times, and allowing yourself the space in which to feel those emotions is the most important part. The video was to start a conversation truly around, allowing yourself the space to heal as an entrepreneur, not feeling like you have to go all the time, or even for your family being Captain Savior. Always go, trying to be the most consistent person. I know somebody agrees. This video is just to spark a conversation, so let's continue it in the comments.